Here, flies. I want to get them. They've been bugging me. I need a new fly swatter too. How y'all doing today? Let's see, what do we got? We're gonna do some painting today. I did some painting yesterday, and I did use the sprayer, not the Wagner. What was the name of that one? Graco sprayer. It's an airless sprayer. Basically, it's a pump that goes through a little nozzle, kind of like a nozzle at the car wash, and it's a pump, and it just spits a spray of paint, and it works really good. You use it for 5 minutes, spray, and it takes 10 or 15 minutes to clean it up. So sometimes it's not worth getting out. I'm going to roll today. I sprayed yesterday on this stuff, and then today I'm going to roll on it. So I ran out of paint yesterday. That's why I didn't get it finished. So I got more paint this morning, and I got a few 2x4s and some other junk. Anyway, it seems like every time I go to Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever I go, it seems like every time I go there, it's $100, $200, $300. You know, boom, boom, boom. Just nothing's cheap there anymore. So, oh mercy. Let's see. Let's scroll back and see who's here real quick. And you should be able to hear me pretty. We're windy today, but I got the main door over here closed. The wind's going in this direction. And if I open that door, it comes blowing through here real hard. So I left that door closed. And there's a good breeze out there, but I think we're fine in here. So, let's see. Let's scroll back and see who's first. Get glasses on here. Let's see. Starkey is first today. I love watching all your content. Well, thank you, Starkey. Appreciate it. And Dash Hound Lover second. North Star third. Brenda. Ken. Cloudy and chilly in the Northeast Ohio. Good afternoon, everybody. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot cooler up north. I was looking at the weather yesterday. It looks like they got a good hard freeze up there in Kansas, where Kirk's at. He's up there. I talked to him on Friday. He's up there picking corn. He said a lot of his crops failed, but a few of them are still there. You know, the ones that are in irrigation circles. He got some corn there that he's still got to pick, and the crop isn't near as good as it should be. He always aims on corn, probably around 200 bushel an acre, and he's in the 130 range. Get out of here, fly. I'm going to get you. Watch out here, fly. I'm going to get you. But, whoa, knock you over here. Get out of here. Come on, land. There's about 3 of them here bugging me. They're landing on the camera. A smack. Where you at? Come on, there we are. There's one. I think I got him. So anyway, so he's got your flies are bad enough, but when you're trying to concentrate talking to whatever, and they keep landing on your head and stuff, it's very distracting. So yeah, Kirk. Anyway, he had his wheat crop was it was okay, but he didn't go. It wasn't a failed crop, but it wasn't a very good crop. And then later on, his fall crops, his soybeans, totally ruined. Just plowed them under. His dryland corn, which is the corn that's not irrigated, dryland corn, all ruined. It didn't do any good because wasn't any water all summer long. And it was very hot up there in Kansas. For some reason, I mean, it was hotter in Kansas than it was here in Texas. I'd see a 95-degree day and I look on the weather and it was 104 up in Kansas. It was terrible. So anyway, he there, come on, land on. There we go. Come on, here we go. See, got it. Went down flaming. You started buffering. I haven't seen any buffering on my end. It's not buffering on my end, so I don't know. Compelling title. Watching paint dry. You know, I get 1 million views on this video. But that's what you do. You paint and then you sit there and wait for it to dry. And then you put another coat on, you sit and wait for it to dry. And then you go install it. So anyway, so yeah, Kirk's Field's like I said, if it was irrigated, it survived, but it was so hot that the way corn, not for, what's the word I'm looking for? Pollinates itself. When it gets real hot, it doesn't want to pollinate. So even though it was on irrigated circles, it didn't pollinate very well. So instead of a 200 bushel an acre field of irrigated corn, he's only getting about 130 bushels per acre, which is still a profit, but not good. You know, a lot of work for very little profit. So his Milo, I haven't talked to him about Milo. I think it survived, but I don't think it's a very good crop. And then sunflowers, I think sunflowers are fine, but he doesn't have very many sunflowers. He's only got 1 or 2 fields of sunflowers. He likes to plant them along the interstate there, so they, you know, people drive by, they see this sunflowers, you know. It's more of a, you know, he makes money on it, but it's more of a, you know, he doesn't plant sunflowers way out in the middle of nowhere. He plants them up there by the freeway. So, what else? Okay, so that's weather. The weather changed Saturday. It was really hot. I didn't come out here Saturday. It was like 93 again and humid. It was miserable. So I just stayed home, watched TV. I watched movies all day long. Sunday, I came out yesterday and finished making these boxes and painted them, and ran out of paint. Otherwise, I'd have had them completely painted and be throwing them in the bus today. And but I got to put another coat of paint on. And cold front came through Sunday. It rained Sunday morning, and it was overcast all day yesterday. Today, that cold front has come through, and it's like 70 degrees right now and breezy. And actually, another reason I got the door closed isn't because of the wind noise for the camera, but it's chilly. 70 degrees and a breeze in the shade, you know, it's a little chilly when you're just wearing shorts. And so anyway, there's that. And then it's supposed to be cool all week. Tomorrow's supposed to go high of 64. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Wednesday's supposed to be about upper 60s, and the wind's going to die down a little bit. It'll be a little soft breeze. And I think Thursday or Friday, something like that, is supposed to jump back up into the 80s. But I think the 90-degree days are done with, hopefully. I said that 2 weeks ago when we had a 90-degree day, and we had a couple more. So, but hopefully the 90-degree days are done for. So, oh, there you go, North Star, 2 stickers. Anybody wants some stickers? If you're interested, check the comment she just made there. It gives you the instructions and everything. It's 2 stickers for $5, and $5 US, $7 Canadian, and self-addressed stamped envelope. Send it to the address she just put up there. If you can't find it there, it's on my the description below this video. So if you want stickers and all that. So, and then she makes all the profit on that. I just gave her a bunch of stickers and I said, here, you sell them and you keep the money, you know, for doing it. Just, if people want stickers, they can get them. Before that, it was always, you had to actually meet me to get a sticker. You know, you had to physically be there and I'll hand you a sticker. But, and still, if I bump into you and you want a sticker, I'll give you one for free. But if you think you'll never ever meet me, you know, if you want a sticker, you know, order it. So there you go. What else? Is there anything in the news that's going on? No hurricanes? No hurricanes. No earthquakes? No earthquakes. Treachery in Washington, D.C.? Well, yeah, that's an everyday occurrence, so that's nothing new there. That's not news, that's just normal. Oh, mercy. Well, let's read some quick comments real quick, and read some comments real quick, and I'll show you what I've been doing, how I've built these boxes and everything. All right. All right, let's see, CTTT, let's see, there you are, Ken. It's cloudy and chilly in Northeast Ohio. Cat Lady, message retracted. Thanks for the heads up, Madam Brenda. Okay, good morning, says it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Say morning, 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 morning. For some of you, it's afternoon already. Good afternoon, Mac. There you go. Rosary at noon Eastern, Mass 12:20. I'll try to catch up. Praying for the snapback. There you go. There you go, Xenia. Tammy Miller, supposed to be 18 today here in Northwest Missouri. Wow. Not looking forward to winter. Good morning, snack pack. Yeah. Well, what do you mean you're not looking forward to winter? I mean, there's supposed to be all kinds of global warming in the world and everything. It can't get cold. It's supposed to be global warming. Hogwash. Central Illinois is going to be 28 tonight. There you go. Maybe a little snow here in the next 24, 48 hours in Ohio. I'd rather have that than ice. There you go. We don't get much snow down here in Texas. We'll get an ice storm occasionally, about every other year. Seems like we get an ice storm, and but not much snow. See, Dewey's stuff. It's the wife's birthday. Got to take her out today. We'll miss this. Oh, all right. Well, there you go, Dewey. Happy birthday, Dewey's wife. Did Stan forget us? Nope, I didn't forget you. I'm here. I'm here. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Good morning. Here visiting the Bay Area, Jersey. Oh, Jesse Uri is in the Bay Area, San Francisco. No fog. Okay. Good morning. It's been a while. Hope life's good. Yep, life is good. Hi from Kansas. Hey, Cindy. Paint dries slower when it's cold. There you go. Well, it's not cold. It's 70 degrees. It's not cold. I mean, it's shorts and a t-shirt, you know. Yeah, it's not cold. It's just not hot anymore. Thank God. Let's see. Jordanian 8. Just got my CDL. Going to be running pulp and pulling timber up in Maine, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. There you go. I got a friend of mine started out 50 years ago, something like that. He's 65, and he started about almost 50 years ago when he was a teenager running up there hauling lumber. And if you don't know, folks don't know, up in Maine there's the public highways, but there's all the timber industry up there. They have they're private roads, so they don't have to go by driver's licenses and stuff like that. You know, they can put anybody they want on it. It's their road. You know, they can, and you know, it's like a farmer putting a kid in a tractor. They can do whatever they want on those private roads. And he drove around on those private roads when he was 15. That's when he started driving. Somewhere in teenage years, and he's 65, 66 now, something like that. So yeah, he's been driving for about 15 years or 50 years. Oh, Jesse, Jack Gray Wolf. Oh yeah, I got a call. I haven't talked to him in a while. Gray Wolf. Ron's on his way from Missouri up north. He's still in Missouri for a few days. Okay, I'll give him a shout. I might call him this afternoon when I have a break. You know, take a break. I haven't talked to him in a little while. Have I spoken to Joe lately? Yes, I talked to Joe Friday, I think it was. I was out here Friday. Yeah, I think it was Friday I talked to Joe, and he's doing okay. I tried to call Mudpig yesterday, and he didn't answer. So, but I think Mudpig's, he's just working. He's driving a truck hauling sugar. But yeah, I talked to Joe, and we talked about his little accident and all that kind of stuff. I guess it wasn't a little accident. He hit his head on the windshield and broke the windshield. I mean, and got cut and whatnot. You know, it wasn't a fender bender, but it wasn't a total disaster where the car was completely mangled up. It was a upper medium wreck. You know, and so yeah, he said the insurance covered it and everything. And of course, he said I've been getting. Yeah, he said he's been getting. All kinds of comments. Well, you stole all that convoy money and just went out and bought you a new car. No, you ever heard of financing? So yeah, it's amazing the people that like to throw that at the streamers that were on the convoy. Yeah, all that money you made, you know. whatever, you know. It's just people trying to stir shit up. So just ignore them. Halloween's coming. You've seen the prices for candy. Oh, candy is through the roof. Prices are crazy on almost everything. Yeah, I know. That can of paint right there, $52. For paint, just indoor paint. You know, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, plywood. This plywood right here was, well, this is construction grade. This was $30. But some of this other plywood I've got in there was $52. It's that nice cabinet quality stuff. $52 a sheet for plywood, 1/2-inch plywood. Unbelievable. Yeah, come up to Kansas for the next couple of nights. We have a freeze warning, long paint set season. Okay, you want to hear my news? Yeah, Justin Henry, I want to hear your news. Bam Bam retracted his message, I guess. Tipsy Marlin, hi. I tried to call you guys yesterday and nobody answered. Called both of your phones and nobody answered. I figured y'all out doing something. You've been out riding around on them bikes, having fun. Tipsy Marlin, go watch Adventure Van Man. Adventure Van Man, that's his YouTube channel. It's Brian. He's up in Washington. Well, I think he's probably done with it by now. Him and his girlfriend, they got little small, I think they're 250 dirt bikes, Yamaha dirt bikes, and they were riding from Portland, Oregon, all the way to the Canadian border on these back trails. There's a trail up there he was talking about. You go back about 4 videos, and he explains where he's going. And watch the last 3 or 4 videos of them traveling, and you talk about it. He's on a epic. I classify this as an epic journey for somebody. You know, I mean, it was cool. It's what they're doing. They parked their vans, and she's got a Ford Transit van similar to mine, and he's got a Ford, or no, it's a Chevy. Anyway, it's a little cargo truck, cargo van, like an old U-Haul. I think it's an old Penske truck that he turned into a camper. Anyway, they got a receiver hitch on the back, and they put a little dirt bike on the back of it. He's had little scooters, electric bikes. He's had all, several different things. He's got this little dirt bike now. I think it's a 250. It's Kawasaki YZ or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know those bikes very well. But anyway, it's a little small dirt bike, or street legal dirt bike, and they're riding them up to the Canadian border, basically going across these ridges up on the rim of the mountains, or not the rims, but the peaks, and it's pretty good. He's done a real good videos, good videography and everything, and it's one of those, man, I wish I was there. Gosh, I mean, that looks so much fun, And they park their vans, and they grab tents and everything, so he's carrying the tent, she's carrying the tent poles, they're carrying their own food and all the, all the different things you need. He's got all his camera equipment and stuff, and all the GoPros and all this kind of stuff. And they've got it all measured out where they can go up here, go through this trail, and then get off the trail, run down over there as a town, get gas, come back up, get on the trail, and drive on up here a ways, about another 60 miles or so, and then get back off and get more gas and food or whatever. And they're about halfway through their trip right now, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They're somewhere around Ellensburg now on the videos. I'm sure they're done with their trip now and they're back in Oregon. But anyway, they're having a heck of a trip. And since Bubba and Kat have their bikes, that might be something you might look into, doing a trip like that. Let's find where was that. Okay, Powder Hound, Washington State. Hi, how you doing? Yep, there goes the neighborhood. Bubba and Kat are here. This is like watching paint dry. That's it. Yeah. We're just sitting there yakking. Had first frost in Colorado. There you go. When we were in Texas, there was a huge ice storm, 3 inches thick. We were locked in for a couple of weeks. Wow, where was that at? Huge 3-inch thick ice storm? Wow. That's a lot. Usually we get a covering of ice, and it's enough to bring power. What it does is bring tree branches down, and it'll hit the power lines and knock the power out. But it's usually just ice, and typically it's usually melted by about noon the next morning. Wish we got some snow on Christmas Day only here in Florida. Yeah, you're not gonna get a whole lot of snow down in Florida. They do get some, but not very much. Greens from Royal Front, Virginia. 4-star, average of 78 inches a year, one loss. When you average of 78 inches of snow a year, where do you live? Alaska? Buffalo, New York, maybe? That's a lot. Well, I guess up in the mountains in Colorado, they get quite a bit of snow up there too. Snow flurries in Indiana tomorrow. Still hot here though. Okay. Good morning. 85 here in Florida. Wish it would be cool down already. I know I used to live in western New York and snow country, maybe not 78 inches, but about 40 or 50 inches. Yeah. Yeah. And let's see. Justin, do you know Jesus? He can fix that. There you go. What? Oh, there you go. Justin Henry, my life sucks. And North Star says, do you know Jesus? He can fix that. Yeah. Yeah. Henry, the only thing I can really come up with on that is life is what you make of it. If your life sucks, you're not making anything out of it. And I don't know your personal story and all that. But I have a cousin that has Down syndrome. Bad. I mean, he can't take care of himself down there, and he's the happiest person in the world. He's always just tickled to death. It is what you make of it. So let's see. Well, where are we at here? Back up a little bit. Yes, we were out. Yep. Okay, you were out yesterday, Tipsy. Yeah, maybe I'll give you guys a call today too. I don't know. Adventure Van Man videos are really great. I enjoy his series on the motorcycles. Yeah, I've watched Adventure Van Man. Brian, I've watched him for, gosh, he's probably been doing it for about 10 years now, eight or 10 years, something like that. And I've been watching him for at least 6 or 7. There's something about his videos that and it's nothing. His videos aren't anything spectacular. He's just living a good life, and I really like, man, he's got it made doing what he's doing, Let's see. Jay Davis, howdy snack pack, hope all is good. Yep, all is good with the snack pack. Catherine, how you doing, Catherine? This is what we do at the campfire in January at you meet and greet. See you soon. Yep, we'll be out there in January, Catherine. So, hold the fort down for us while you're out there. Okay, show us what you've gotten done. Okay, we'll do that. Just almost at the bottom of the scroll here. Life is what you make it. My grandpa died. My grandma isn't doing well. Oh, okay, Justin. Well, that's, life is a cycle, so how touchy subject. How do you say it and not sound callous and cold? It doesn't bother me when old people die. It doesn't bother me a bit. They've lived a good life and they're going off to a better world, a better place. So it doesn't bother me. What bugs me is little kids dying. A little 8-year-old, 3-year-old kid or 8-year-old kid dying of leukemia or something, or in a car wreck or whatever. Just that I hate seeing little kids die. They just never even really got up and running, and they're gone. That's the ones that bug me. But yeah, somebody that's 80 years old, 70 years old, even 50 years old. You've had 50 years of a pretty good life. I'm 58. If I died tomorrow, I would, okay, great. I'm not standing in line in the death line or nothing like that. But if I was to die tomorrow, I go, hey, I had a good run. Not as long as most people or some people, but a lot longer than others. So the one advantage of dying young is you're always young. Marilyn Monroe is always young. James Dean is always young. You get the idea, So yeah, it's kind of a shock. You sit there and look at pictures of movie stars and stuff like that. They were so beautiful and glamorous back in the 40s and 50s, or something. And then when they got old, they're 80 years old and they're walking around with a cane and just, their body has changed so much, and that's kind of a, wow. But when you die young, at least you'll always be young in memories, everybody's memory. But yeah, it doesn't really bother me when older people die. It's just a cycle of life, and when you're born, it's one of the first things you learn is someday you're going to die. Simple as that, So you live the best life you can while you're here, and then after you're gone, hopefully people remember you in a positive light, So. So anyway, where are we at? Oh no. So yeah, Henry, hang on there. Things get better. Things get better. And thing is, while your grandma, she isn't doing well, but while she's alive, still go down there and hang out with her. Spend time with her. So anyway, let's see, Scott. A big storm projected for Colorado Rockies this coming weekend. Okay. Be ready for snow, the ski season up there. Yeah, there you go, Peggy. If you think your life sucks, go to a homeless shelter and give your time. You'll see your life really isn't as bad as other people's, I guess. Have I thought about mounting water tanks under carriage? Yes and no. I don't want them underneath there. I want them inside the bus protected. There is some space. There's not enough space for all these tanks to hang underneath. One of the things I could have done, didn't costly, but I could have done, is on the, I guess I only have room on the passenger side, but instead of getting these plastic water tanks and putting them inside the bus, I could have went and got a diesel fuel tank, a brand new one, a brand new aluminum tank, and mounted it on the frame just like a semi does. And then have a fill spout, and that way it'd have all the water. I could have a 300-gallon tank underneath the carriage sitting on the outside. Problem is it's exposed to the cold. It can freeze, and the water line coming up from the bus up into the thing. Yeah, you can insulate it and stuff like that, but still, I've already went this route, so it is what it is. I'm putting these tanks on the inside, and they're protected and all that. Pretty much everything is the way the bus is right now, with all the walls built on it. It's an empty box, and none of the wiring is in the walls. All the wiring is going to be outside the walls where I can get to it if I need to repair it. That's one of the things that are different from a store-bought RV, a factory-built RV. They put everything behind the walls. They put all this complicated wiring in there that doesn't really need to be there. It's just there. It's going to break, and then you're going to like, damn, how am I ever going to get along without that? Well, if you never had it, you don't miss it, But so much of that stuff in RVs is very complicated, and you have to have somebody, a technician working on it. That's why I got rid of the Prevost. It's just very, very complicated systems and expensive systems, and I don't know how to work on that stuff. So if something breaks on it, who do you go to? And if you do find somebody to work on it, very costly. So people make comments all the time on, not on so much on the scroll here, but on the comment section, people, or email, people send me emails and stuff. Why, I bet you wish you had that Prevost still. No, that Prevost was really pretty nice and everything, but it was also 30 years old, and it was the mid 90s, like a 96, I think, if I remember right. And it was, just very expensive to work on. I did two things, and it cost me almost $10,000 to fix. The heater went bad, and the water pump on the generator. Just those two things cost almost $8,000. It's just ungodly expensive stuff, and just they're constantly breaking and stuff. Some little thing will break. Well, this bus, hopefully the bus will hold up, but it's a pretty simple bus. It's a very basic engine, and not a whole lot to it, and then what I put on the inside, I've built, so I know how to fix it. If I built it, I know how to repair it. Something went wrong, okay, that was the thing, okay, take that off, put a different one on there, okay, she's all back up and running again. I know, and I can build it to where it's easy to get to stuff. You know, so many RVs, you want to change the water pump. Oh yeah, take half the bus apart to get to it to get, change the water pump. Now, the water pump for the shower systems and stuff, So this is just going to be sitting right there, easy to get to, everything is very, keep it simple, stupid. That's, I love that motto, keep it simple, and you won't have the headaches down the road. Now, I might be eating those words someday, but the idea is keep it simple. So, oh, Don Trump here. I see somebody commenting about Don T. Rump. There he is. Good morning, Don. Yes. Theon, Stan, will you be replacing your rims on your tires? The tires are good. They're on steel rims with chrome beauty rings. See right here, right there? That's a steel rim, and then they got like it's like a indented hubcap, and it pops in there on the back, and on the front it's an outer hubcap, and they're held on with lug nuts. And I don't like them because you can't. All you can see is the beauty ring. You can't see the wheel itself. You might start getting a crack in your wheel and you don't know about it. And especially with a 28-year-old bus, rust and everything like that gets to them. And yeah, I'm going to take those rims off. I'm going to put aluminum rims on. So I've been looking around, like on Facebook Marketplace. I've found some the aluminum rims like that are on the semi. I'm going to put those on there. And if I can find some used ones for 150, 200 bucks a piece, I'll do that. If not, I'll just go buy some brand new ones for I think they're about $350 a piece or something like that for brand spanking new ones. I hope I can find some used ones, save just a couple bucks. But I like the aluminum rims so much better. Okay, MAGA for freedom. There you go, Captain Kirk. Don, morning North Star. Hope you're doing well and dry. Morning. Okay, mountain time for. We're about done with these, I think. Free route, yeah. Hello, Saz. I've been with you from day one, checking in on you. We love your heart. Salt Lake City, Utah. Geely. There you go. Thank you. Placing your rims. Okay. Yep. I think I caught up on all the building your own bus. You know what you have and how it was constructed. The G's got a new fifth wheel a month ago and already having to repair it. There you go. Exactly. So. If you don't believe me, look at some wrecks. Let me pull up some wrecks real quick. Safari. No, we'll go Firefox. Firefox, RV. That's why I don't want an RV. Right there. That's a simple rollover, and it destroyed the thing. Completely destroyed it. That's why I don't want an RV. They're built like crap. So, my opinion. There you go. There's another one. Rolled over, destroyed. Get out of here, fly. You're bugging me. Come on, land, and I get you. There you go. Gotcha. Where's the other one? There's another one bugging me. Where you at? There you are. Lie down here. Land on my leg. He run away. So, all right. To work, folks. Let's go see what we've been doing. All right. I finally got all the interior done. I got to screw it on. And I screwed up. I had measurements and then I forgot them. Went down and had them cut the boards down at Lowe's. Home Depot's. I tend to go to our Home Depot. I like our Home Depot better. Just the people there seem to know, they're more knowledgeable and stuff. Better management at the store. Anyway, Home Depot, they've got that big saw where you put a sheet of plywood on there and then they'll cut, cut it to size for you. but their saw was down. It's been broke. So I went over to Lowe's and went in there and goofed up and I cut 1 inch too short. It's supposed to be 44.5 inches from the bottom to the top. Up here is 44 inches, and I cut it at 43 or 44.5, 43 inches. So that's 1 inch short, but there's no problem on this side because, for one, this is the garage back here, and also this is where the shower is going to go, and this is going to be covered up with that plastic, fabric plastic. I'm going to build a shower pan and all that right here, and there's going to be a wall right here and a wall about right here, and that will be covered up with that plastic. So that's not a problem, other than there's no place to screw to right there, but it's good enough. This side, on the other hand, won't be covered up. I can just put a board across it or something and cover it up, but this is where the electronics are going to go for the solar. As you see the solar up on the roof, this is all the cables that come in are just circled around, hanging there for now. Once I get this built and start putting my electronics in, I'll put the batteries back here in the corner, and either all the electronics are going to go right up here, okay, or they're going to go down below this window down here in a cabinet of some type. But there's quite a few electronics, and I might need the whole dang board for all I know. I'll try to keep, put them in there as tightly, neatly as possible. So, but anyway, so that the boards are in. That cabinet is just sitting there. That's where the toilet's going to go, but that's not the toilet. That's just a cabinet that I have sitting in there as a table right now. I got a couple extra sheets of plywood in here, but I'm going to use them on something. That's a 3/4 inch ply, and this is 2 1/4 inch pieces of plywood. So that's what's in here now. But everything else is done. The floor is done. The walls are done. Windows are done. Pretty much, it's an empty box right now. Okay. And I've got tape on the floor. That's where these are going to go. Okay. Walk out here and look at these. Now, here's my tanks. There's 2 of them right there, and there's one more in that box right there. That box right there. There's 2 of them right there. Those 2 tanks are going to go in this box right there. Okay, it's going to go in that box right there. Now, on the inside of the bus, this will be the driver's side looking toward the back door. Okay, this is the hallway. This is where the fender hub, or the fender well is. The wheel hump is going to be right here. This is going to push right up against that wheel hump, so these tanks really can't go anywhere. But I've got aluminum. Where did I put it? It's over there underneath the flag, right there. 2 aluminum pieces of angle iron. I think they're 2 inch by 2 inch angle iron. And I'm going to cut a piece right here and bolt that to the floor and put it right here. That makes just that much more secure. This here, the bottom is 3/4 inch plywood. I'm just going to screw about 50 screws into the floor. Okay. If the tanks move, it's because the whole floor and everything moved. I think that's enough. Okay. Plus, it'll be behind the fender well, and then on the inside of here, another piece of angle iron I'll put along here. Okay. Or I might just take that whole stick of aluminum and run it across the bottom here. Once this is all mounted and everything, depending on how I screw it in and how I feel about it, I might just put a piece of aluminum right there. That keeps the bottom from wanting to kick out, because the water tank will be here and be pushing against this wall here. It'll be pushing against there, trying to push this out. So I think I might put a piece of, now, what I've done is all the screws and dowels. Let me go around here where it might be able to see it better. Here we go. This hasn't been painted yet. I put screws, 1, 2, 3. That was just to hold it for the glue that's in the seam, on the joint. Okay, so I glued it on the joint, put 3 screws in there, and held it until it dried. Once it dried, then I went and drilled 3/4 inch dowel holes and put 3/4 inch dowel all the way around this sucker. Down here along the bottom, on this one here. This is laying down right now. This is the side. Let's flip it over. Right there, that's the way that tank is going to be. That's going to be on the passenger side. Fender well will be right here, and then there will be storage above the fender well, and then behind the tank, because of the fuel inlet, right there's the fuel inlet. On the inside, there's a piece of 45-degree chamber, what do you want to call it? It's access for the fuel to go in and go down into the fuel tank. The fuel tank's in between the frame rails, behind the axle back here. So I couldn't put another tank. I wanted another fourth tank there, but you can't with that piece there. So this is going to be the one tank on the passenger side. So, all right. So that's what I'm doing. Not much else to show you on that, just that right there. So right now, what I've been doing the last couple of days, I didn't come out Saturday. So Friday, I started cutting this wood up and getting it lined up. And I had that box about half built, glued together and everything. I didn't come out here Saturday. And then on Sunday, I finished gluing this one together, got that one all put together, got all the dowels drilled and everything finished. And then I started painting. And where do these flies all come from all of a sudden? There's bunches of them. There's two of them and they're not, get out of here. So anyway, what it is the breeze isn't blowing through here, so there's no wind, so they like to hang out here because they don't have to fight the wind. So anyway, that's what I did yesterday is I finished building the boxes and I started to paint and I only had about a half a gallon of paint, put it in a sprayer and I sprayed them and I didn't like the job it was doing. So I'm gonna roll today. I bought paint rollers. I'm gonna roll the paint today. And it seems like with that sprayer is really good if there's a lot of intricate, places if you want a really smooth surface, or if there's a whole lot of intricate places where you have to, touch up around with the brush, you spray it and you're done. Okay, so the sprayer is really good in that position. But on these boxes, I think the rolling will do better. So I'm going to do that, and I don't think it won't waste the paint. There's so much overspray that floats away. You waste quite a bit of paint with the sprayer. So, and at $52 a gallon, you don't want to waste it. So, anything else you want to talk about? Let's see if there's more comments and whatever, but I think we're about done for the day here. That's good. That water box looks seriously heavy duty. Yeah, it's 3/4 inch plywood. This one the double one is heavy. That one there's not quite so bad. It's a little smaller, a little bit more manageable. That thing is just so big and bulky, it's hard to move around. So, I'm doing all this by myself, Melissa. Yeah, audio is low. I don't know why. Should be high. Oh, there we go. Does that help? I must have been, when I was holding the phone or holding the camera, I must have pushed my button on the volume knob. Sorry about that, folks. Uh-oh, somebody gave me 305. 305. Super chat or something? What happened here? Oh, Don T. Rump. $2. All right, $2 toward my $1 million supers. That $1 million super chat. Yeah, somebody else must have given me $1 something somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see it, I guess. I didn't catch it. Oh, there we go. EOG. Doesn't say a dollar amount, but it must be just like a $1 super chat, something like that. Or what do you call them? Not a super chat, can't remember the name of them. Anyway, whatever. So thank you, EOG. Appreciate it. Not EOG. Who was that? Yeah, EOG. Yeah. ISK. ISK 149. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it, folks. $3. I might be able to buy me a hamburger this afternoon. You just never know. All right. Down here. Will I be insulating the interior wheel wells for acoustic reasons? I will probably be insulating for heat reasons. Acoustic reasons, that buses are noisy and loud anyway. It's not going to be a quiet ride vehicle. It's one of those you drive down the road and somebody's with you. You got to kind of shout to hear. They're not quite, because you got that engine right there, and it's just not. I'm going to get these stinking flies eventually. But There he is. Come on, land. Pretty good. Come on, land. I'll get you. One way or another, I wanna get you. I wanna get you one way. Let's see, Captain Kirk, 58 degrees here in West Texas, but I'm nearly 600 miles west of San. You must be on the El Paso area. There you go, Brenda Jackson sticker. There you go. But yeah, I probably won't be, the thing is, when I put the plywood over it and all that, that'll knock a lot of the noise out, but I'll throw some insulation down in between the plywood and the actual metal wheel. But that's also a nice little place for a secret cubby hole. You know, once you build your closet or whatever, take the bottom board out and be able to put things down in there and you know, people wouldn't see it. There's gonna be places in the bus I'll make little, hidey holes, you can call it that. You know, little hidey holes and stuff like that for, you know, storing valuables or something. And I ain't gonna tell you where they're at because then you'd know. I ain't gonna tell. It's a secret. So, let's see what else. That's about it. Yep, Don to Europe, servicing and cleaning my RV, preparing for quartzite. There you go. We'll see you out there. We're getting snow today in the upper Musing area, upper Michigan. Okay. Oh, Kim's probably getting snow up there by now then, if that's the case. He lives up there in the UP. Okay, I think that I'm caught up on comments and everything, and showed you everything I've been doing. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of work, but like I said, I didn't come out here Saturday. It was hot, but hot days should be completely gone by now. After this, hopefully, might get up into the mid 80s or something. But you know, looks like it's going to be 70s and low 80s for the rest of the next few weeks. So should be able to muster right along and get things put together and built and everything. And as I'm going along, I'm still trying to think of better ways to do things. I was going to build a wall this way, and now I'm thinking different. Or maybe I'll do a wall that way. And so it's kind of one of those, I might actually build one of the little walls. And what I mean by the wall is, you know, on the back of the bed, there's going to be a wall that separates the bedroom from the garage, and there's going to be a door on there, okay? How am I going to build that wall? I don't want to use a 2x4. That's 3.5 inches with, you know, 1/2 inch on each side. That's 4.5 inches of space. I don't need that heavy duty of a wall back there. I'd probably take the 2x4s and I'll turn them sideways, so it's only 1.5 inches, and build a wall that way. And then of course you got to build it and then get the plywood up there and scribe it along the edge to get the curvature and everything and try to fit it real nice and neat up in there. And that takes time because you carry the thing in there, you put it up, and you scribe it, and you got to carry it all the way back out, saw on a little bit, go in there, you know, test fit it. Finally, after 15 tries, you finally get it right, or you screw it up and you got to start from scratch, you know. But it's in and out of the bus, you know, and it's time consuming walking back, and it's hard. It wears you out. So one of the things, once I get the basic shape in there pretty good, if I'm just going to use a jigsaw, if I'm going to use a jigsaw to, you know, wiggle around some of these tight corners, I might just get some boxes or something and set the board inside the bus and cut it in there so I don't have to move it in and out all the time. But anyway, get the idea. Metal struts, like in the van. Yeah, those, I don't want to do the aluminum stuff. It's very expensive and it's time consuming to build with that aluminum struts. It's very strong. I'm glad I did it on the van, but I don't think the bus needs it, for one. And for two, it's very expensive. That 80/20 aluminum strut, extruded aluminum, very expensive stuff. And it's, you got to drill holes and you got to tap them, and you go through drill bits and taps, and and you put it together. And you think, oh, you think you got it all put together, and you forgot to put one little bracket in it, and you got to take it all back apart. It's quite a it's very strong. It's good stuff, but it can be very irritating to work with. You think you got it all figured out, and then I forgot to do that, and you got to tear it all back apart just to get that one piece in there, you know, or drill this new hole or something, you know. And then yeah. So I'm glad I did it on the van, but the bus I don't think needs it for one, because the structure of the van or bus is real stout, and 2x4s and plywood and stuff will work just fine in there. So. One of the other things is when you build a bus, I don't get where some of these people, they build a bus, and I look on, I'm on a Facebook group called Schooly something or other. There's about 2 or 3 of them that I joined so I could see other people's ideas, what they've been doing. And one of them is pretty much all advertising for school buses. Either a school bus that hasn't been built, you know, for here, you know, we're going to sell this bus in Huntsville, Alabama for $4,000, you know, and it's got 300,000 miles on it, and it's got a crappy, you know, Mercedes engine or something, you know. But anyway, they have a lot of that, but then they have a lot of ones that are finished, you know, completely built and finished, and they want $87,000 or $90,000 for it. I'm like, what? Are you out of your mind? You know, $80,000, $90,000 will buy you a very nice motorhome, not a camper trailer, but a nice, a used Tiffin or something like that, you know, whatever, and a Newmar or something like that. And those are built well, but they cost a lot. So the idea by a school bus is it's good, sturdy foundation, but it's cheap. It doesn't cost a lot. So by the time it's all done with, I'm hoping to not have much more than maybe around $30,000 in this whole bus, hopefully. So somewhere in that range, you know. So, and I think some people do that. They'll build a bus, they'll put about $30,000 in it, try to sell it for $80,000, let somebody talk them down to 70, and they still made $40,000 on a, you know, on a, I just don't see an $80,000 school bus. I just, you know, it seems ridiculous to me. But by far the electronics, the solar and the solar powers and the batteries and all that stuff, that's by far the biggest expense on this bus. You know, I've got more electronics, and the solar, the batteries, and all the electronics and all the cable and the wiring and the little copper fittings and lugs and all that stuff. You add it all up, I've got more in the solar panels, in the solar system, than I do the whole, what I paid for the bus itself. So, yeah, it's, and I keep telling myself, I'll buy it one time, I'll be done. I'll buy it one time, I'll be done. So, but hopefully, build it up good enough where it looks decent inside. It won't look like the Taj Mahal or nothing, but it'll be nice enough, you know, and functional. I want it to be more, I'm more interested in it being functional than I am, ooh, it's got pretty, you know, window covers, you know, window blinds or stuff like that, you know. That's Pam's job. She's the one's going to decorate it on the inside. She's already been looking at different blinds and things like that, but she's busy working right now. So once she only got 2 more weeks, folks, 2 more weeks, and she's free. She's free. Then she's mine. I'll put her to work. But yeah, she's still working at home and finishing up that 3-month extension. Halloween on the 31st is her last day. So technically Monday's her last day. She won't do anything on Monday because by then they'll have her all locked out of the computer and take away all of her security. What do you call them? Her security level and all that would be taken away from her. So I would imagine Friday would be actually next week. This week she'll work kind of normal, but next week they'll start shutting her down on this. You can't check those emails. You can't access that account, you know, that kind of thing. And as the week goes on next week, Monday through Friday, and just keep getting less and less and less stuff that she can do. And by Friday, she probably won't be able to do much of anything. And Monday, I would imagine, I'm going to guess, she hasn't said, but I'm going to guess she's probably going to drive up to work and say goodbye to everybody in person, would be my guess. I don't know. We'll see. But that'll be on Halloween day. So. And I know she's looking forward to it. I know she's looking forward to it. Everybody looks forward to finally quit working and take a breath. So anyway, with that, I am going to get to work. So y'all be good. Take care. Thank you, Don T. Rump, for my $1 million, for those of you that don't know, when I was on the convoy, I was joking around. Why don't you send me $1 million super chat? You send me $1 million super chat, and I can retire. I can walk away from all this. And Dawn is sending me $1 million, $2 at a time. Anyway, so y'all be good. Take care. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Oh, when am I going to be back? Wednesday, Thursday, probably, something like that. Probably Wednesday or Thursday, one of the two. Depends on what I get done, what I got to show you. So I'll have these in by then. I'll probably be working on walls by then, and putting walls up, building walls and putting them up. And the thing is, I can build one wall and I can use it as a template for the other ones because the curve is pretty much the same everywhere. And I can use that same template, cut them out, and the second, third, let's see, one, two, three, I have to build 6 of them. I have to build 6 of these. They're like half walls. So they'll come from the wall out about 3 feet, and that wall come out about 3 feet, and then you'll have a hallway in the middle, okay? So when I say walls, it's 3 separate walls, one in the very back behind the bed going into the garage, and that's gonna have a door on it. And then the other 2 walls will be the left and right side of the closet area. And then after that, I'll kind of get that kind of finished up, get the water run, get the electronics all hooked up and everything. At that time, then we'll be back, we'll be into December probably by then. Well, maybe not, late November, something like that. We'll start working on kitchen cabinets and that type of thing, okay? And go sofa shopping, go buy a sofa, divan, couch, whatever you want to call it, and put that in there. So, and then during December, I'm going to be busy doing a lot of things like registering and insurance and tags and the title and all that kind of stuff. I bought it, but I haven't done any of that stuff. I want to wait till December to do all that. So because in Texas you have to have the whenever you register your vehicle, that's when it comes due next year. So if I bought this thing in August, if I would have registered it in August, that means every year in August I'd have to stop what we're doing. Hey, we're in Canada. Got him. Now only 4,000 more to go. We're in Canada and it's August. Oh man, we got to stop what we're doing and drive all the way back to Texas to get the dang registration. You got to inspect it every year, get an inspection. Then you got to get your insurance on it, then go get it inspected, and then go down and get your tags. And I know there's a thing where you can do all that by mail when you're out of state, and when you come into the state, then you get it inspected. But I don't want to do that. I don't have to get it registered until December, so let's register it in December. We're going to be down here for Thanksgiving, Christmas time anyway. So, while we're here, get that all taken care of, and then like January, whatever, head out and go to Arizona, go to Florida one year, go to Arizona the other years, whatever. Go South Texas maybe, go down there for one year. I don't know. Just depends on what we decide to do. You know why? Because we're retired and we do what we damn well please. What do you think about that? All right, so anyway, y'all be good. Take care. We will see you probably Wednesday or probably Thursday. I'm going to guess probably Thursday, maybe Wednesday. Depends on what I get done. All right, out of here. Bye.